Shocking. Now this time we have got cut and nothing else to do. So we're going to Route 11 and get those Great Ball and Escape Rope, hidden items there. And heading back up, because we're not forgetful this time, and we have cut, to get some items left behind in Route 24 and 25. Well, I think it's just Route 25. Anyway, over there we couldn't get that unless we fought both the hiker and the camper here. Now that we have cut, we don't need to do that. And it's actually useful to come back and get this because it's not that bad of a move, and Whopper Jr. can learn it. And then we forgot a Blookberry, which is not useful at all. We'll sell that for like $10, I think, maybe. And we're out of things to do, except go on this route to head towards Rock Tunnel. And of course, this route has mandatory trainers, as does Rock Tunnel. A lot of them. So the battles will become more frequent from here on out. Which is interesting because I have very few attacks left. I think I'm out of Mega Punches, out of Mega Kicks. I have some digs and mostly cuts left. And I'm interested to see how long those will hold out when I've got 10-15 trainers to fight before I get to Lavender Town. These plant types here, grass types here, they go down in about 2 cuts, so I don't need to use any stronger attacks on them. Except for when Oddish puts me to sleep. It would be more dangerous if it could do anything but like 3 damage while I was asleep. Otherwise I might actually bother to use Awakenings. But he wakes up in 1 turn and Sweet Scent doesn't do any damage, so no harm done. And lastly, it's just another Bellsprout. With another 2-hit attack and another not going to do damage onto me at all. It's just going to raise its stats. And we've already gained another level. Interesting level requirements or achievements. Level 34, Whopper Jr. learns Flamethrower, fire type attack. If that doesn't happen before the grass gym, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And level 36, it evolves. I don't think we'll be seeing that until probably the grass gym is when that'll happen. Because, you know, fire, grass, why wouldn't it evolve there? Caterpie, it's a higher level than all those grass types were, but still goes down to 2 hits because, come on, it's a Caterpie. It lowers my already abysmal speed, so it's not doing damage. Nothing has been doing damage to me on this route so far. And that's not a complaint. Again, String Shot. I already have incredibly low speed because my nature cut speed. They used 2 String Shots and I'm still going first. And then of course Venonat has to go and ruin my perfect streak by actually attacking. But it didn't confuse me, so I can keep on trucking. And it's also the first one that was not a 2-hit kill. And it's the first one that's poisoned me. If that cut, for some reason, didn't hit, then I would have died from the next poison damage. If he didn't confuse me to death, anyway. So before I take any steps, antidote, and since I have such low health, and I'm not sure who I have to fight next, I'll bust out the 3 potions that get me to closest to highest health. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This hiker we do not have to fight, but there is a Chesto Berry hidden nearby. He only walks left and right, so we can run right past him. And bam! Hidden rare candy. That'll come into play when I get stuck on some rival fight or gym leader. Thankfully, they have a Pokemon Center out here next to a Pearson Berry. I'll be making use of that Pokemon Center when Chimchar freezes over, I don't know. Super Potion hidden in Rock Tunnel Wall. That saves me 700 Poke Dollars, I guess. Chesto Berry keeps me from sleeping. I can use that maybe for Koga, if he tries to put me to sleep. Repel. I could use that in the rock tunnel to cut down on random encounters, but I could sell it for maybe 250, and that's still money. Plus, you won't see me run into any wild things, because I cut out all the random encounters, so you don't have to bear through it. There's a reason they call Zubats the annoying cave creatures, and I'm going to spare you of that problem. Cubone! If it was part rock type like its skull suggests, then I could use Dig for some good damage, but I have to slowly chip away at it. And Pokemaniacs, which somehow breed in this cave it seems, all have to carry a Slowpoke. I don't get the connection between being obsessed with Pokemon and using a Slowpoke. But I hate Slowpoke because it's got such high defense, physical defense, and I don't have any special attacks with me where I would use those. Probably even a fire type would be better damage than these Mega Punches are doing, because it took like, yeah, and it's still not dead yet. I guess I still had some Mega Punches and I used them all here. I knew I ran out of them sooner or later. Hey, level 30! The big 3-0. And with that, Slowpoke is gone, but I'm sure we'll be seeing much more of him very soon. Just looking through those items, I just noticed I have a Moonstone on my person, which means I have not gone to the PC to drop off any items. I should probably do that once I get to Lavender Town. Or maybe I'll just wait until... I'm not sure if I'm ever going to need to, because I don't... Well, actually, I collect every item, so... If I'm gonna get a full pack, this is how it's gonna be done. This Slowpoke here, I don't want him to growl, because if he growls, then his physical defense seems to get even higher, because my physical attacks are lowered. And I've only got 3 digs and 6 cuts to take him down. I suppose I'd be fine with Struggle, but that's also physical, which means it'll take 10, 20 attacks to get him down to nothing. Meantime, he'll be water gunning me, and I'll be taking recoil damage from Struggle, and that's no good. So, use up all of my digs, and oh, come on, finish him. Then he growls with a little bit of Sliver, so it doesn't really come into play. And that's all the Slowpokes for at least this segment, I hope. Running right along, there's a Revive hidden in this part of the cave. Again, I'll have to sell that because that's useless to me. And then for some reason, there's a Picnicker in the cave. Not a good place for a picnic, but I guess it's a good place for being a fan of Pokemon. This would have been a great time to have a fire type attack, or even a flying type attack. I picked up TM40 Aerial Ace back on Route 9, so I'm going to get poisoned, and Whopper Jr. can learn Aerial Ace, so that might be my backup if I don't learn Flamethrower. By the time I fight Erica, then I'll have to use the flying type attack Aerial Ace. It's great that Charmeleon can learn it because he doesn't have wings, but I suppose Aerial Ace isn't even a flying attack. It's more of like an uppercut. I'm not exactly sure how that works. But I'm out of moves, so there's my struggle. I'm pretty sure it's the first struggle of the run. I'm pretty certain that's going to come into a lot more consistency. There I healed my poisoning and used 3 potions to fill my health. That guy, he's Pokemaniac. He probably has 7 Slowpokes on his person. But I wouldn't know, because I can run right past him. And now, I'm replacing Mega Punch with Brick Break. It has 5 less power points than Mega Punch, and does 5 less damage, or power, has 5 less power than Mega Punch, but it has 100% accuracy, whereas Mega Punch I think has 85. And fighting type attack versus normal type attack, which means for the hikers in this cave, I will have something to actually do besides feebly struggle against a rock type, which doesn't do very much at all. Mud Sport, not any damage to me at all because I'm not electric, and that's a terrible attack. See, 2 Brick Breaks. It would have taken an hour and a half of struggles just to kill that Geodude. This place I could have gone the other way around and fought a different hiker, but he has an Onix and a Machop. That would have taken more time, and I don't want to do